Hi, here we are today looking at the complete KeelEazy product line. First of all, the tape itself. Here it is in white 2-inch, white 3-inch, and white 4-inch. We've used white only because we've got a black backdrop. It comes in all these colors: dark green, blue, red, orange, yellow, black, and of course white. Every product we sell comes with an installation instruction specific to that product, but it's primarily the same. And here you can see the preparation, cleaning the surface thoroughly. We round the corners on all the products, and you should too, so they don't catch on anything. Separating the blue backing strip. We'll go through that in a later application. Press the strip into the hull or into the deck, wherever you're putting the tape. To remove and reset, use a heat gun. Okay? Cut. Okay. Okay, first of all, I want to show you one of our most popular products in the KeelEazy line. It's the kayak kit. It comes in either 18 feet or 16 feet of 2-inch. What you get in the kit is, first of all, the instructions, tell you how to put it on. You get the tape itself, again either 16 or 18 feet. You get a application rag, which is saturated with a cleaner. You use that to wipe the hull prior to installation. And you get a razor blade, like so, to carefully take the blue backing off. Once again, that's the KeelEazy kit. Another popular item is the KeelEazy rub strip kit. It comes with 2 pieces of 4x6 KeelEazy protective strip. Comes with instructions, of course. And these are simply where you put your heel after you've determined where your heel sits in the boat. The benefit of this is it not only reduces the wear on the kayak inside of the hull, it also reduces the amount of fiberglass splinters you're going to get in your heel or your shoes. Real popular kit. Cut. A recent addition to our KeelEazy product line is the canoe skid plate kit. What we've done is we've taken a piece of 3-inch with rounded corners, 24 inches long, and a piece of 2-inch with rounded corners, 22 inches long. The idea is that the first one goes on, the second one goes over it to create even more thickness that absorbs some of the shock of bashing under rocks. Done. So before we do our install, let's talk about some of the gear we'll need in order to get it done. First of all, obviously we need the tape. This is 2-inch black. I've already rounded the corners here by just folding it over in half, taking the scissors right here, and cutting that off. Now you get a nice rounded corner. Why do we round the corners? So that nothing can catch. Here's tape. We're going to use, obviously, the scissors. Here's a pressure roller to do some specific rolling. We have a cleaning rag that's been saturated in alcohol. We have our heat gun set at 500 degrees Fahrenheit. And we have our insulated gloves so that we don't burn our hands with the heat gun. This is a corner rounded commercial version, but I found that just using scissors does as good a job. So we're going to go by this step by step. Those are the tools you'll need, and off we go. Okay, the first step is to thoroughly clean the surface that's going to get the KeelEazy protective strip on it. We've got a rag here, saturated with alcohol. Really do a good job. On fiberglass, you can use acetone as well, but you don't want to use acetone on either polyethylene or polycarbonate. Okay, that's step one, clean the surface. Okay, here's the tricky part, or at least the part that most people have challenges with. I want to get this blue backing tape off, but I don't want to take the adhesive off. So get in with a razor blade. Just have to be patient. With a razor blade, and there it comes. Comes off simply. Not that hard to do. Now you'll notice that, and people have commented, that the adhesive doesn't run all the way to the edge, and there's a specific purpose for that. If you ran it all the way to the edge, you'd have glue sticking out beyond the edges of the KeelEazy, and that is going to attract sand. So what this does is it flaps down over, protecting that glue edge. So this is intended to be, and it really, you'll find that it really does keep your boat from attracting sand to that adhesive. Okay, so that's the way we do it. We're going to get a razor blade behind it, and we're going to peel it back up like so. Simple. Great. Okay, the next step is to plant the KeelEazy protective strip on the boat. I want to get it on the center. Meanwhile, I'm pulling off the blue backing and just aligning it as I go. It comes off pretty easy if you get out of alignment, so just put it on, get it basically in the center. That's nice. And then I'm going to go, as I'm peeling it off, I'm going to also be peeling off the black tape. The KeelEazy material itself is quite stiff, so it isn't going to twist on you as you're laying it out. But what I like to do is I like to take it and hold it like so, and just look right down the boat and put it right on the keel. Nice and simple. Okay, so we've got to here, we've got a nice straight line except at the other end. I'll fix that. Cut. Okay, we've got it on the boat. We've just lightly put it on and centered it. Now we're going to fix this end by rounding the corners. So we decided we want to take it to about here. So I'm just going to cut that off. Again, fold it together. Peel it back up a little. Fold it together like so. And round it off. What do you think? So now we have a rounded, there's no square edges. We can peel off the end of the backing tape and set it on. Okay, next after we've got it on lightly, I like to start in the middle and heat it up with a heat gun. Again, less than 500 degrees. Heating the tape, not overheating it. Just work my way slowly down towards the end. I've gone right over the skeg opening. We'll deal with that later. At first I'm going to just run the heat gun over the very peak. Then I'm going to go back on each side, heat it up, bring the edges down. You might get little bubbles in here, but usually by putting a little more heat on them, you can get rid of them. So again, same thing on this side. Okay. Okay, we turned the boat end for end just so we can take better pictures of it. But again, I'm going to start in the center and work towards the bow. Get a uniform bit of heat on it, just put pressure on it. Now you can also use this pressure roller, like so. I think it puts a little more specific pressure on it. The gloves, I think, work just as fine, just as well. Sometimes you'll get a wrinkle in it, and then you need the roller to make it bend a little bit. What you got to be careful of is you don't overheat the tape. If you start smelling it, you're overheating it. That's why I like these gloves, because when I'm going too slow and the gloves start heating up, I know I'm going too slow. Again, as the keelson gets stiffer, I'm really concentrating on doing the peak of it. Not so much on the edge. I'll come back and do that. Okay, again, starting from one side, just going to heat it up, hold it down. Like I said, occasionally you can get a little wrinkle in it, but by applying heat, you can usually get those wrinkles out. Like so. Same thing on the other side. Okay, again, if you did have a wrinkle, sometimes using this pressure roller really helps because you can get right in on exactly on that wrinkle. Well, we didn't on this end, but that's where I like to use it. Okay, there we have it. Cut. Okay, here we are. The last and final step is we're going to cut out this skeg box. It's a little tricky, but if you use an X-Acto knife, it works a little easier. So the first thing I want to do is make the insertion and find that edge. I get a little bevel going. Notice the blade is beveled out slightly, not too much. A nice clean edge. And round the corner. And here, same thing. I'm going to find that edge. Get a nice edge, nice bevel going. Right out to where it stops. Now, what I like to do here, I would just cut it here in the middle. And I can peel it back and see what I've got here. And we've got quite a bit more, as you notice, once I got that off, which is no big deal because I can get right around it, go right to the edge again. Slight bevel, go right to the edge, and the slight bevel. There we go. On this end, we've got the same thing going on. I've increased the bevel slightly. Come right up to the end. And we're going to take our little knife here and see if we can cut just what we need to cut out. There we go. And you'll find that oftentimes these skeg boxes are not perfect examples of molding, so they can have some rough edges. Do the best you can. Make sure there's no tape sitting out to be caught on something. That's the purpose of the bevel. Make sure you get any stray pieces out of there. Clean it up as best you can. What I'd like to do then is go back with the alcohol and clean up whatever adhesive seems to be still there at the edge. See if we can get that. All that, any spare adhesive in there is just going to attract sand. So there you have it.